All right, so this is a top 10 list of things that Triple H would have changed or kept the same if he would have been in charge way sooner. All right, so number one, if Triple H was in charge way sooner, most likely Zack Ryder would have never been buried and he would have still been with the WWF. And if he was still in charge, most likely Enzo would still be there. Most likely Triple H would have gave Enzo the benefit of the doubt, because Triple H was the guy who signed him in the first place. He was a Triple H project. So of course Triple H would have went to bat for him. He would have gave him the benefit of the doubt and he would still be there. With Zack Ryder, see, that's the one thing that I didn't like about Vince McMahon. The fact that when you got over on your own, when you got over organically, for some weird reason he didn't like it. He used to punish guys for getting over on their own, and just like, dog, that's the point of wrestling, right? Don't you want the crowd to cheer your wrestlers? Don't you want the crowd to be invested in people? It's like you want people to grab the brass ring, but when they do, why do you bury them? You know what I'm saying? It's like I never really took that little myth seriously, that little brass ring myth seriously. Because by that logic, didn't Zack Ryder grab the brass ring by getting himself over? See, that's the difference between Vince and Triple H. Triple H, he never punished you for getting yourself over on your own. In fact, he encouraged it. He encouraged you to get over on your own. See, Triple H was the kind of guy where he likes to ride the wave. If you go out there and you get yourself over, okay, he is going to push you. He is going to push you to reward you for getting yourself over. Same thing he did with Patrick Clark. He got himself over with that dream gimmick. At first, nobody liked it, but Patrick Clark, he kept at it, and he got himself over amongst that smart mark audience from NXT. So Triple H kept pushing him. He kept pushing him on TV as a reward for getting himself over. See, Triple H don't want to do all the work. It gets to the point where, look, man, you have to put half and half in. You gotta put in the effort. Get yourself over. And then once you do that, then I will strap the rocket pack to your back. That was always Triple H when he was in NXT. See, with Zack Ryder, that's what he did. He was one of the first guys to have his own channel on YouTube as a pro wrestler. He got himself over. For some reason, he got freaking punished. I don't know why. And now he's out the company. It's like, why would you want to bury your own talent by making the crowd turn against him? See, Triple H would never do that. See, when the audience latches on to somebody, you have to ride that wave. There's nothing you can do about it, because the audience is getting smarter and smarter. They know if you are burying somebody for getting themselves over. Look at Ciampa and Johnny G. At first, they were not Triple H guys, but they worked hard and they got themselves over, so Triple H rode that wave. He seen that they worked hard and that audience loved them, so he kept putting them on TV. That's why they got pushed, because the audience liked them, because they got themselves over. That's the difference. See, Triple H, he's like that Michael Jackson song. Girl, close your eyes, let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it, it ain't nothing that you can do. Boy, that's my song, boy, from Mike Jack. Boy, that's all classic, boy. But that's who Triple H is. If you get yourself over, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing he can do. You can't fight it. You gotta ride that wave that the audience chose. If the audience likes Johnny G and Ciampa, you have to ride that wave. You can't fight it. You gotta put them on TV. You gotta give the audience what they want. See, a lot of people don't know what that means. Give the audience what they want. If the audience likes Bray Wyatt, you have to keep him around, right? If the audience likes Adam Cole, I'm sorry, you gotta keep him around. You can't fight. You can't force the audience not to like somebody. That is a Napoleon complex. Like, you can't do it. It's like, that's very, very selfish, and that's one of the main things that I hated about Vince McMahon in his era. He didn't like guys who got themselves over for some strange reason. So, my number 2 slot is Bray Wyatt. If Triple H was in charge a long time ago, he would have kept the Fiend strong. He would have never buried the Fiend. We would have never gotten that match with Seth and the Fiend in that Hell in a Cell match. He would have never booked that kind of a match. And Bray, he never really recovered from that match. See, stuff like that. Triple H would have never booked Goldberg to beat Bray Wyatt. See, he would have kept him strong. He would have kept him special. That is a difference if Triple H would have been in charge a long time ago. Bray would still be there. Bray would still be a special character. In fact, I don't think he would have turned to the Fiend. I think Bray would have still kept being the Eater of Worlds, because there wouldn't have been a need for him to change characters if the Eater of Worlds was still strong on TV. And he wasn't a goddamn loser, right? So if Triple H was in charge a long time ago, Bray would still be there. He would still be a strong character. He would still be a strong top guy. So my number 3 pick would be, if Triple H was in charge a long time ago, all the promos would sound better. They would have sound more authentic. Look, I ain't saying great. Look, man. People think that when it comes to promos, they think it's all about the writing. No, it is not. It's either it's in you or it's not. Promos is all about talent. Okay? When you look at MJF, that's called talent. You can't teach that. The Rock, you can't teach that. Mick Foley, you can't teach that. The Rock, Stone Cold, you can't teach that. Their promo skills, they were born with it. It's either it's in you or it's not. But certain scripts can actually hinder your skills, but if you are talented enough, you can overcome it based on raw talent. It's like you dumbasses think that Ricochet, like overnight, he's gonna turn to the goddamn Rock just because Triple H is there, huh? It's like you don't get it. Just because he's in charge now, don't mean all the promos. It don't mean that Ricochet is gonna cut promos like he's the goddamn Rock or MJF. Just because Triple H is there back in charge. No, bro, it don't work that way. It's either it's in you or it's not. Look, when it comes to Triple H, if you are already a good promo, Triple H can make you a better promo. If you suck at promos, Triple H can probably make you a somewhat average promo, but he's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna turn to the goddamn Rock. It's like, you gotta meet him halfway. It's like, things don't work that way, dog. Like, huh? It's like, you idiots think that Vince McMahon was holding back Ricochet from sounding like MJF. No, bruh. MJF, that's called talent. When you talk like that, that's called talent. CM Junk, how the way he talks, that's called talent. It's like, yeah, you can be scripted, but if you are talented enough, you can make it work. It's like, just because Triple H is in charge, that doesn't mean that Bobby Lashley is gonna talk like Denzel Washington. It's like, nah, bruh. It's either you are good at promos or you are not. Drew is good at promos. Now that Triple H is back in charge, he sounds better. Not, 10 steps great, but he sounds better. That's all he can do for you. That's all you can do. He's not gonna make you the best promo of all time just because he's in charge. No, bro, you gotta meet him halfway and have some goddamn talent. So, my fourth pick is if Triple H was in charge. At 4, he wouldn't change anyone. Like, every time somebody got called up from NXT, for some strange reason, Vince always wanted to change them. I don't know why. He always wanted to change everybody that Triple H created. If Triple H was in charge a long time ago, he wouldn't change anybody. He wouldn't change anybody unless they wanted to be changed. That's what he was always known for. He would give you a gimmick only if you didn't have one or you needed one. Like Triple H was always that kind of guy where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Vince was always that kind of guy where, okay, if I didn't create it, I have to make it within my own image. And that's why a lot of guys failed on the main roster, because he was always giving guys crap gimmicks, but they didn't have the talent to make it work. You see, Paul Heyman and Triple H are kind of alike. They was always known for hiding your flaws and showing off your strength. That's why Adam Cole has been exposed in AEW. Triple H was always hiding his flaws. Vince never hides your flaws. Sometimes he tries to exploit your flaws for some strange reason. So, if Triple H was in charge a long time ago, nobody would change. He would just keep them as the same like they were in NXT. Finn Balor would have kept being that same guy from the Black and Gold brand. He would still be that same dude. Same as Kevin Owens, same as Joe. Same as Karrion Kross. They would still be the same. He wouldn't change anybody. Only if they asked to be changed. So my fifth pick would be if Triple H was in charge, he would allow you to sink or swim. Triple H, he always gave you shots in NXT to get yourself over. He always gave you chances to either sink or swim. If you sank, that's when Triple H was going to give up on you. But at least he gave you a shot to sink or swim. If it didn't work, then you can't complain to Triple H by saying, oh, he didn't give me a shot. See, everybody who gets cut from NXT, right? You never heard them say anything bad about Triple H. Like, they always took responsibility for how they were booked in NXT. But this was back when he was in charge. Like, for example, Juice Robinson. Madman Fulton, dudes like that. Yeah, they failed in NXT, but you can't say that was his fault. It's like they just didn't have it back then, but Triple H gave them a shot at least to either sink or swim. When it comes to Vince McMahon, he never gives you a chance to sink or swim. It's either your ass better swim or you are gone. So if Triple H was in charge, that wouldn't happen. He would just give you a shot to sink or swim, and if you sank, all right, most likely he would either get rid of you or he would go back to the drawing board like he did with Conor Reeves. Even though he was trash, but at least he gave Conor Reeves multiple shots. He gave Angelo Dawkins multiple shots to get over. See, people don't realize Angelo Dawkins, he's been with the WWF for like, what, 8-9 years? He's been there for a long time. See, y'all don't know that. He's been there for a long time. A long time. See, y'all don't know that. See, Triple H gave him multiple chances. See, Vince wouldn't have done that. So that's 5. 6 would be Triple H wouldn't be booking multiple rematches on the main roster, and here's why. Look at the Usos. Ever since he's been in charge, we haven't been seeing a lot of Uso matches lately. Yeah, they've been cutting promos, right? They have been in segments, but they haven't had tons of rematches with the Profits and other guys. They've been chill. They've been in segments, but I haven't seen multiple rematches since he's been in charge regarding the Usos. It seems like they have really been slowed down a bit when it comes to all of their matches. Under Vince, those guys were wrestling weak. Now that H is in charge, they don't wrestle all the time on the main roster now. They are kind of taking a step back. It's like they're kind of on vacation, kind of. It's like they deserve to have the same schedule as Reigns, in my opinion. So I think Triple H, he's finally seeing that. Those guys shouldn't be on TV every goddamn week. Those guys deserve a goddamn rest. So if Triple H was in charge a long time ago, we wouldn't see multiple rematches. So I'm gonna say number 7. My number 7 choice is look, man. I saw so many dorks and nerds, so many smart marks saying, now that Triple H is in charge, we are gonna get a joint AEW show. Are you sick? Are you insane? It's like you gotta be a virgin mark to even consider that. Triple H wants to crush his competition, not team up with him. This is Triple H. We're talking about the game. He wants to crush competition, not team up with him. On what planet would Triple H want to team up with Tony Khan, a guy that cost him his job in friggin' NXT? It's Tony Khan's fault that it is now friggin' NXT 2.0. Why the hell would Triple H want to team up with him? No, you ain't. There would never be a joint show. Triple H would never team up with another company that's big. Never. We would never see Seth Rollins and Omega on Raw or on SmackDown or at a SummerSlam on a joint pay-per-view show with AEW. That's crazy, man. That is insane, bruh. We didn't see it in the 90s with Raw and Nitro. right? We would never see something like, we would never see it. Never. We would never see something like that. Two big companies on the same show? No, never. That didn't happen with WCW and the WWF during their prime years. It never happened because it could happen. Look, at the end of the day, TNT and the USA Network are different companies, man. You gotta remember that those are two different cable companies. They have to figure that out first. So no, it would never happen. We would never see a joint show with AEW. That's insane. Triple H does not like AEW. He called them a piss-ass company for a reason, bro. He don't like them. So why the hell would he want to team up with them in a joint pay-per-view? No. So that is my number 7 pick. That wouldn't change. Vince didn't team up with major companies. Triple H would not do it either. So that stance would never change. So my number 8 pick would be, when it comes to CM Junk, Vince didn't want him back. Triple H would never take him back. Never. You serious? Triple H was forced to work with that guy. Triple H didn't like CM Junk. So no. If Triple H was in charge 5 years ago, 6 years ago, no, he wouldn't bring back no damn CM Junk. So no. That wouldn't change. Whether it's Vince or Triple H, CM Junk would never be brought back by Triple H. No. You think Triple H wants that headache? No. So that wouldn't change. So my number 9 pick would be, look, man, do not pay attention to these fake ass dirt sheets, man. I read somewhere some fake ass article that went viral, right? My God, it said that Triple H doesn't want to work with part-timers. He don't want to bring back part-timers. I'm like, the hell are you talking about? It's like, you do know the past couple of Raws, he has brought back Trish Stratus, and this coming Monday Night Raw, he is gonna bring back Kurt Angle. So if Kurt Angle wanted to wrestle Matt Riddle, guess what? Triple H will allow him to wrestle Matt Riddle. If Liv Morgan wants to wrestle Trish Stratus, he will allow her to wrestle Trish Stratus. It's like, don't get it twisted, bruh. See, people think Goldberg is the face of being a part-timer. It's like, huh? It's like, so I guess Brock Lesnar is dead? It's like, I guess, look, bruh. I guess Brock Lesnar was a goddamn hologram these past 7 years, right? I guess Brock Lesnar was a goddamn hologram. Brock is a part-timer. When was the last time we seen him wrestle on Raw? Like, huh? Look, man, Triple H is a businessman. He knows Goldberg is still over. I guarantee you this. We will see another Goldberg match. The hell? Like, what are we talking about here? It's like, look, man. Last time I checked, Edge is a part-timer. Triple H is still booking Edge. Let me say that once again. Edge is a part-timer. He rarely wrestles on Raw. He rarely wrestles on Raw. It's a rare occasion. Very rare. He is a pay-per-view guy. He's a part-timer. You think Triple H ain't gonna book him? So you sound stupid if you believe that article. It's like, stop spreading lies, man. It's like, all y'all want to do is ruin the name of Vince McMahon. Y'all want to prove that Triple H is so much better than Vince McMahon. It's like, bro, come on, man. Don't even go there. It's not about that. But at the end of the day, trust me, Triple H will still be booking part-timers. Just not as much as Vince did, but he will book some part-timers when there is a good storyline. If what's her name, Lita, want to come back, I guarantee you he will book Lita. It's common sense. It's like he is a businessman. He don't have a problem with no damn part-timers. Alright, so 10 would be the women. The women's division wouldn't change. I think Triple H will still book the women exactly the same as Vince did these past 7-8 years. Based on what I saw from him in NXT, I think he will still book the female division the same, because ever since he's been in charge, in fact, actually, ever since he's been in charge, I haven't seen tons of all women. So who is actually booking the women better, Vince or Triple H? See, under Vince, we were seeing Asuka, Becky, Belair. We were seeing them on Raw main events all the time. Now, ever since he's been in charge, we don't see that many all-female main events, right? Like, to me, my opinion, the female division has been the same since he's been in charge. I haven't seen not one difference. So, that being said, when it comes to the females, Triple H would have booked them exactly the same as Vince did. So that's my whole entire list. That's it. I'm done.